Hello and welcome back to our first episode of Manor Lords. Try to go ahead and make this a series as well. Not sure if this one's going to be updated every day like Dungeon Claw is right now, but we'll go ahead and see what we can do. So Manor Lords is an early access game based on a medieval strategy game featuring in-depth city building, large-scale tactical battles, and complex economic and social simulations. Rule your lands as medieval lord in the seasons past, the weather changes, and cities rise and fall. So we'll go ahead and get it started. I have yet to ever play this, so let's go ahead and start this journey together. Something kind of like the House Targaryen, just a little malnourished. No, no, we are going to be the fighting squirrels. As far as the background, what's that guy look like? And we'll go ahead and make our squirrel. Yeah, it blends a little too well. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. What are these? Oh, that is a lot of different fields to fill in. Okay, let's see. Go ahead and just go with that basic shield. And let's go ahead and continue. So we got three different gameplay scenarios right now. We have the Rise to Prosperity, fulfill the requirements of your citizens, plan and rule your medieval town as you see fit without worrying about combat. Reach the large town settlement to hit victory. After that, you can choose to continue in endless mode. We have Restoring the Peace. Two territories in the north are claimed by the illegitimate baron whose castle is located off the map. Bandit camps reside in the other unclaimed regions. Build and expand at your own pace. When ready, challenge the Baron for the Northern Territories. Victory conditions: conquer every region. And then on, you need to grow your city and raise forces as quickly as you can. The lands are pestered by raiders and undefended settlements that will quickly perish. So I think we're going to go to Rise to Prosperity. End goal will be growth. Opponents are off. That's a work in progress. Off-map adversary, we're going to leave off. Raider frequency, we'll leave it none. And let's see. Starting season will be spring. Starting supplies standard. King's tax normal. Armament delivery, no free weapons for us. Residential requirements going to be balanced. Approval is going to be a medium penalty. Well placement is going to be underground water. And weather events are going to be balanced. We're going to leave everything based right now. As we get a little used to this game and figure out how the mechanics work, we might go ahead and try some different scenarios and see how well they play out. So this is our starting settlement, it looks like. Move the map with our WASD. Okay, does not look like I can tilt. We got some zoom function. Let's check out that message. Where others see trouble, you see potential. These lands shall become rich and prosperous under your skillful management. Reach large town settlement level to achieve victory. Okay, so we can also go by moving the cursor to the edge. Okay, in Manor Lords, families need food and fuel and a roof above their heads to survive. Supplies in the region panel above show how much you've got left. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom in, look at our people right here. So it looks like we got quite a few. We have 10 people, so that's 5 families. Looks like we got 8 adults and 2 kids, or that might be 8 males and 2 females. Not really sure just yet. We got 5 unassigned workers, so let's see if we can get them working. We got some roads, construction, army, map, help, and settings. Homeless people tent, hitching post. We got some supplies there and there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the construction. Every region in Manor Lords has strengths and weaknesses. Be sure to check the resource deposits as well as investigate the soil fertility before deciding on the direction of your town. If your region has weak fertility, consider setting up trade early. Okay. So how do we check fertility? Might be under the construction menu. So we're going to want to get some houses early on. We have mining, logistics like the granary, storehouse, pack station, and a hitching post. Okay, in almost all cases, resources in Manor Lords have to be physically moved. It takes a moment. So feel free to change the game speed if you feel like it. Game control speeds are in the bottom right. Okay. So we do have a well, which is going to be needed for our citizens to be drinking water. And we have a burgage plot to provide living space for a single family or two families when expanded. Marketplace and a bunch of stuff that's locked. We have a tavern, which provides entertainment to the burgage plots, and it needs ale to function, a church, and a corpse pit. We have farming options. Lots of industry, it looks like. We got some trade routes. We can erase shrubbery and put shrines. And then settlers camp. And later on we can actually do a manor. So let's go ahead and start a logging camp. Let's see. Oop. How do we rotate in this game? Let's see. Place, rotate, cancel, show labels. So stick that about like so. Unassigned families work on construction automatically. Okay. And what else can we put up right now? We have logging. What are we going to need for these houses? Costs 2 wood. Oh, timber requires oxen to be moved. Villagers will automatically get the ox when they need it. Flexible plots can be moved. You just place your 4 points and you can designate your areas. The first 2 points mark the front of the house by default. Okay. So let's go ahead. What do we have over here? Clay deposits. Zoom out a little bit, see what else we have. Berry deposit. We have an iron deposit, stone deposit, and some wild animals. So it looks like we're going to be living mostly off of timber in our little region right now. It looks like our main road is right up here. Okay, so it looks like our main little road is right up here. Once we get this logging camp done, actually even before then, go ahead and place a well. So that is the water, underground water. Let's go ahead and try to set this up like so. And then we'll go ahead and place some houses. I think we're going to snap to there. Not enough goods. We're going to need 10 lumber. Currently we have 5. So how do we cancel? Just right click, okay. Make it a little bit smaller, see if that'll help out. Looks like if we make it a little bit larger like so. Let's go to here, up to here. We can actually stick stuff in the back of it. So we will leave that be for right now and wait for that logging camp. There we go. We can assign a family to start production. While human workforce has been assigned, by default, livestock workforce is shared between workplaces. You can bind it permanently by going to the Advanced tab. So you can go here and permanently put a livestock in there. And how many families do we have? 5 level 1 families. We'll go ahead and get 3 people working on that lumber. And then hopefully we can get that lumber amount back up. It was up here and I just lost it. So we have 5 timber right now. Okay, and let's see, what else are we going to need right off the bat? So we're going to need some firewood sooner rather than later. Let's see, that's road access. So if we want to, we can go ahead and stick this like so and try to line up those roads. We got a saw pit that transforms timber into planks, and a forester hut that plants new trees and specified zones. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a forester earlier on, because I got a feeling they're going to become detrimental towards the end, because although we have a lot of lumber here, I'm sure it would not be good to completely run out. It looks like we are in the bottom corner of the map. So, this view shows which regions you're under control. You can press it and gain influence. Okay, so if we click over here, we can claim that with 1,000 influence or with a king's favor. Okay, so I guess our goal is going to be to expand, expand, expand. Let's go ahead and set some roads in. Some workplaces allow villagers to hand carts to transport 10 goods at a time. However, pulling a handcart off-road is extremely slow, so let's make sure we have some roads. Go here to here, and then we'll bring this down and around, and do the same thing right there. We're going to leave those supplies as is. And from here, we will go from the hitching post up to that road. And then we do have our well right here. So if we go from our well straight up to that road, that'll give us a nice little spot in the middle to build some stuff. So we have exposed goods. We need to have a storehouse, a granary, and they are waiting for more burgage plots. So we're going to want to get that burgage plots going as soon as possible. We're down to 2 timber though. But they should be creating more logs as we speak. And then where would that storehouse be? We have a hunting camp, a forager camp, a kiln, granary. We got a storehouse right here. Takes 2 logs. Granary is going to take logs and stone, it looks like. So, workers gather stone from nearby field stone deposits. We had one a little ways away down here. So we might hold off a minute, build up, and make sure our people are good for the winter. Currently in March, so we have a little bit of time left before winter comes. Actually, a good bit. Looks like winter's December to February. I'll stick 1 family in there. Okay. Looks like we're going to want to get a farm maybe before the season starts. Grows various crops including wheat, flax, and barley. Farmhouse used to employ families on the field. No later than November. Then they sow them chosen crop. Okay. Got pasture, sheep farm, a windmill that converts grain into flour, and a communal oven. So once we get going a little bit better, that might be a good way to go. Right now, we're probably going to want a forager of some sort. Just got to remember where we saw them gathering. And actually, that's free of cost, so we might want to do a hunting camp as well. Maybe stick that right there in the middle of town. And a forager hut. There were some berries right over here, so they should be good to get those. Keep hitting the wrong button. And let's see. It looks like it snaps to certain points to put it on the road. Let's go ahead and stick this right about there. And we are up to 1 lumber in the log storage. 6 total. So we're going to go ahead and start plotting out those houses now. And let's say we start right here. That's actually going to be the front of the house. So we're going to want it right here. Go up to about here. And then over to there. And that one's actually only going to cost 2. So that'll get us room for a couple of the families. stick the next set. Maybe we should go ahead and start working down towards that stone deposit. That is a good ways away. So if we put our road right here, and go towards that clay deposit, that'll give us some place to build houses as well. Let's see. And build a few more. Probably massively overdoing it right there, but I think it will be needed here in the short future, and we'll drop down to only having one family working on that. That way the others can be working on housing. Okay, our forester hut is done. And we'll assign one family to that. Go to advanced. And let's see, we'll let them have the unlimited work area. They can just plant wherever they want. As we grow the civilization, it might change a little bit. Okay, so we got 16 bread, 20 firewood, 20 stone, and 10 hand tools. Looks like we got about 23 firewood there, so we have made about 3 out of the woodcutters. Our forager hut is going good, and these burgage plots should start shortly. We need 5 houses. They're going to want a storehouse. Let's see. Gathering. Logistics. Storehouse is another one of those buildings that snaps to points. Let's see. You're going to need 2 for that. Tax station sets up a bartering connection, allowing you to send and receive goods between this and another region in your command. And then we got another hitching post. And the granary. As far as residential, we'll probably want to start a church sooner. And then corpse pit. Hopefully we won't need one for a long time. But we will go ahead and create new units. No. Go ahead and just let these guys build up. Looks like we're starting to get some supplies right here. And our forager hut is under construction. So, using this setting to restrict assigned families or families living here and producing goods and extensions from automatically setting up market stalls. So it looks like they can actually sell their goods. So we have a trading post and a livestock trading post. Where would we find a market stall? Saw pit, forester, apiaries. Unless they automatically set one up. Oh, no, right there, marketplace. Provide space for assigned families to set up their stalls and distribute their produce to the burgage plots. A healthy supply and demand ratio of goods is needed to fulfill residential requirements and keep the approval high. So let's see if we can do a weird setup here. So let's see, that'll give us 10 stalls. We'll go ahead and use up that area right there. So a well-supplied marketplace is the lifeblood of your town. Assigned families will set up stalls automatically as long as there's enough space on the market. Hover over specific categories, check your current supply and demand, and burgage plots closest to the market get the market requirements fulfilled first. Okay. So that means later on down the road, if we start building a lot, we may end up having to build another market. And let's see, how are we doing on lumber? Got 3 timber. Okay. I love those little comments they're getting in there. Don't forget to brace the door, you don't want it to sag. There we go, that's how we rotate our camera. Middle click. Oh, and our forager hut is done, so we do want to get some people foraging right away. Oh, hold on. Can only do one of those. That way one can be guiding the ox and hopefully constructing this. I didn't think about that. Um, are they going to keep on working? Let's see. Okay, looks like he will keep on working. So we have one guiding the ox, one working. And then our forager hut is going to go out and gather herb. No, I can add an herb garden. Let's see. So we need 2 planks for that. Okay. So they are out gathering berries right now. And apparently they are both named Heinz. Approval is 45 right now. Homelessness is still down, but should be getting that taken care of rather soon. And it looks like they have set up a firewood stall, so now they can be selling firewood to all these homes that are going to be built soon. Speaking of firewood, let's go ahead, leave him going for right now. Let's go ahead and drop down the forester hut for a minute, get some extra hands on building. And I do want to get some storage. Let's see. Get a storehouse in here. Let's see, where do we want to go? Right there looks good. Okay, so we can actually look at emmer fertility. Not quite sure what emmer is. Flax, barley, rye. And they have smell and fire hazards. Okay. Underground water runs right there and over here. Homeless will move to the plot, and if approval is high enough, it might attract new families too. However, families need more than just space to be happy. Click on the building to check on their residential requirements. So, amenities, water access and church, market supply, fuel, food, and clothing. Okay, and right here we can add something to the backyard. Get hides, eggs, and vegetables. You know, let's go ahead and get some eggs going. Leave that construction priority in medium right now. I want to go ahead and get these burgages done a little bit sooner. And go ahead and let them go. We're going to fast forward a little bit. Looks like our chicken coop might be done. And the food stall is complete. Let's go back to normal speed as soon as we get this guy going. The storehouse. I'd rather go ahead and get my burgages up first. But let's go ahead and start plotting out a farm too while we're working on it. So we're going to need a farmhouse used to employ families on the field. And then if we get a field, let's see. Fields in Manor Lord need to be very large to be effective, but also take long to plow by hand. For a starting village, try a field size about 1 morgan. Not sure how big Morgan is. The only Morgan I know is about 5 foot tall. Later, if you want a region to focus on farming, you can consider spending a development point to unlock heavy plow upgrade, which allows plowing much bigger fields far more efficiently utilizing oxen. Also remember to check the ground fertility. Some crop types are more picky about the soil they grow in. Okay? So I'm not sure what emmer is, but I know we're gonna need barley and rye. So before we do that, we need to get grain. How do we get grain? Crops transported to the farmhouse and wheat is threshed into grain. So we need wheat, but there's no wheat option. So what I'm gonna do, we got a little bit of green here, green, green. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put our farm right in here. Let's see. So I need to go bigger than that. Let's drop down to about here. And we'll go with a 1 Morgan sized field, just like they recommended. And we do need a farmhouse as well. Our farm is going to be right there. So let's see if we can spin this around. Actually, we're going to be coming right down that way. I didn't put the field in, did I? Let's see, 1 Morgan and construct. There we go. Okay, farmhouses employ families who work the fields. The workforce is distributed proportionally in accordance with the field's set priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb certain nutrients from the soil, temporarily lowering its fertility. To combat this, consider changing crop types, or even better, leaving the field fallow for a year. Okay, so go ahead and put in a farmhouse. Let's see. We stick it right down here. And then we'll build a road from this road to here. And then on down, that should cover that for right now. And then we can build out in this direction. And that'll give us some more places to build and get us a little bit closer to that stone pit. It looks like we got a couple burgages, so we'll go ahead and get one with a vegetable garden. And we'll do another. Oh, not enough wealth. Let's see, what is that symbol? Is that just money? Regional wealth, okay. So we're currently getting 0 out of 0. Annual royal tax, king's favor, and influence. Well, I guess for right now, we'll just let everything continue on. And fast forward a little bit, see if we can get some stuff growing. We will grow some wheat. Okay. I think we only have one homeless right now. Let's see. So we have 5 level 1 families. 4 plus 2. 3 are focusing on the job, 2 are unassigned. Let's stick 1 more back in that forester hut. And let's see, our logging camp is still going. Our forager hut, forester, there we go, that makes more sense. And our woodcutter's lodge, we're going to want to keep that going. Looks like our stalls are doing good. We got 2 in the pantry and 2 in generic storage for firewood. And they should add to that as it goes on, because they're going to start needing some firewood soon. We have the storehouse that's about to go up soon. I do kind of want to up the priority on that farmhouse. And that way we can maybe get a crop in before the year's over. We got some rain coming down. So we are going to need a windmill to change grain to flour, and then a communal oven for flour to bread. Okay, so go ahead and stick the windmill right there. And then we'll switch over to the communal oven, which will fit nicely right there. Leave those as they are for right now. Maybe I need to do a path around the field. No. So, nothing stored inside the homeless people tent. Suppose goods are getting soaked. So they may not be good anymore. I hope that's not the case. And then we need a granary. Let's see. Be under gathering. Yep. Logistics. Granary. Can distribute goods using the pantry. If needed, they'll also automatically set up stalls. Okay. And we'll stick the granary up here. Let's set it right about here. And then we'll go ahead and get a road going from here down. There we go. That way they have access to that granary. It looks like our farmhouse is about half done. Waiting on one more piece of timber. And hopefully we'll get someone moving in there rather soon so we can get that wheat going. It's not a bad looking little house. You made all out of lumber. What we got going on over here? Is this another little house? Or is that the actual house? And over here is stalls, maybe? Looks like it might be stalls. Let's go ahead and visit. So this is Lord Me. Let's go ahead and run, take a look through. Squeeze on through. Yeah, so this might be storage. Or it might be animal stalls. I'm not too sure. We'll come in here and look. This will be a nice little house. Oh, can't run through the walls. Hopefully that roof gets fixed because I hit my head on it every time. Trying to see my face. So that's not the character I picked. Oh, built a fence on my feet. That's coming a good ways. And let's see, that's going to be our clay deposit in there. Let's check out these burgages real quick. See what they're all about. That's a pretty nice looking foundation. Tell you that much. So, let's see. I can't quite go in those. So it looks like they got some supplies, and I do hear some chickens back here. This one I believe was going to be another chicken coop. We got a vegetable garden right here. And we got some chickens. Buck, buck, buck. Okay, done playing with chicken. I like the little chicken coop. Okay, let's go visit our, let's see, homeless population right here. We got our well. Should not have anybody left in here. Might just have that fire going in case anyone decides to stop in. Got our firewood and our berry stalls. Okay. That's our hunting station, which we might want to get somebody in. So while we're thinking about it, let's go ahead and assign a family. Is not set to follow. Workers will plow it and sow the crop as soon as possible. Yield will increase as it grows and is harvested in September during harvest. So it won't be too big of a season, but hopefully enough to get us some extra food through the season. And I never sent anyone into the hunting camp, and I do not have anyone else to work in the hunting camp right now. So everyone is working away, and we will go and drop the family from right there. So they should hopefully get into construction. Hopefully start getting some families coming in. Let's see, our homeless population is getting better. So our morale is going up. And we are up to 10 regional wealth now. Let's see. Okay, and that's just our little news. And are you guys working on the storehouse? Under construction. Is that what you guys are doing? Or are you just digging to dig? It's okay, I dig to dig sometimes too. And still not enough for any of this. There is an apple orchard. Until trees are fully grown, which takes about 3 years, the orchards produce only a fraction of the yield. And what is all this stuff? Armorer's workshop, tailor workshop, bakery extension. Got a blacksmith, cobbler, fletcher, joiner, and a brewery extension. Okay. There are definitely lots of options inside of those. And it looks like these can actually store stuff. Currently refuel, generic, and pantry. Okay. And we have our family coming out here starting to plow the field for the wheat. Can we change our name? Oh, maybe. Okay, after you reach the next settlement level, you will be granted a development point to spend. Unlock development branches, make your region more efficient. To enact policies, you need to rise your administration level by building administrative buildings like the manor. Okay. So for starters, let's see, yes. We shall call this Nimtopia. And let's see, so it looks like over this way we have trapping, forest management, and beekeeping. We need to have 5 burgage plots to the next, so we should be good. We have foreign suppliers, so we have firewood cart, which provides massive income of firewood as long as the region has enough regional wealth. It does not pay the transport fee, but must be placed on the marketplace. It's not too bad. And a food cart looks like it does the same thing. Trade logistics, establishing new trade routes costs 50% less. We have basic armoring to create armored helmets, and advanced armor making and master armor making to produce mail armor and plate armor. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, locking them from being assigned to other jobs. Ooh. Charcoal burning converts 1 firewood into 2 charcoal, making refueling twice as efficient. That's not a bad one. And if we go up this way, orchardry, so we can harvest apples, sheep breeding, and heavy plow. So I don't know which way I necessarily want to go just yet. Um, Getting the foreign suppliers and I think the charcoal burning might not be a bad idea. And we got the berry deposits as well. Advanced skinning, pelt extraction, advanced beekeeping, rye cultivation, similar to wheat. Rye can be produced or can be processed into flour, more resilient, therefore can be grown in places with lower fertility. Okay. Irrigation lowers the amount of damage caused by droughts. Fertilization, new upgrade fence up allows to use a fallow field as a pasture, which rapidly restores lost fertility. Hmm. And bakeries, twice the efficiency of the communal oven. Okay, so work on those as we get some more stuff accomplished around here. But for right now, I'm just going to keep on keeping on and see what we can get. I'm actually about to call this video now. Get a nice little start to our Nimtopia. And until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow for more. And don't forget to comment down below and tell me what you're thinking. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day.